Welcome to this tapping session on asking for what you want, tapping through the resistance to asking for what you want. So, this tapping session is inspired by a recent Lyft ride that I took. I was on my way to the airport, and a couple minutes into the ride, this like 40-ish minute ride, I was like, it's a little stuffy in here. And I was like starting to get hot, and I could feel like little beads of sweat forming on me. And I noticed this resistance to simply asking the Lyft driver to turn on the air conditioning. Have you ever had this experience where you're like, this is such a simple ask? What is this resistance about? And I started thinking about, like, is she going to be mad? Like, is she comfortable at this temperature? Like, what? I don't even know what the resistance was actually about, but I was like, I don't know why I'm so afraid to just ask, like, immediately. And I'm like doing this like back and forth in my mind for like 90 seconds before I'm just like, would you mind turning on the air conditioner? And she was like, sure. And she just turned it on. And it was wonderful. And it was like so simple. But I was like, why all this like fucking mishigas up here? Right. To just ask for something so simple. And it's like, that's how deep some of this patriarchal programming comes in, where it's like we've been so trained to just be nice, be quiet, be comfortable, no matter, even if you're uncomfortable, like just be a good little girl, be a good rider. Don't rock the boat. And it's like, I'm just asking for air conditioning. I'm not even asking for something quote unquote big, right? So I just moved through that resistance. I asked for what I want and I got it. But all that stuff up here, like that's not a joke. So we're going to do some tapping on that today. So if there's something in your life that you want that you're afraid to ask for, this tapping session is going to help. So put your feet on the floor, take a nice big deep breath. And tune into that thing that you want. What is it that you want? Is it more money? Is it more space? Is it more emotional support? Is it an actual physical thing? Notice what you want. Think about what you want and notice the resistance to asking for what you want. So open your eyes if your eyes are closed, and let's tap. Even though there's all this resistance to asking for what I want, and it's keeping me from getting what I want, getting my needs met. And it's keeping me from building a sense of self-confidence, self-worth, and self-esteem, and self-trust. And there's a big part of me that doesn't want to let this resistance go. Maybe because if I let it go, who will they think I am? Maybe they'll think I'm a bitch, or I'm greedy, or I'm too much, or something else. And I would rather keep the status quo and stay safe. And I want to get to the bottom of this. And I want to love, honor, and acknowledge all of my parts, especially the ones that are afraid to ask for what they want for whatever reason. And the parts of me that have been programmed to stay small, to not use their voice, and not ask for more. I want to send some extra love to those parts. I want to thank them for showing up today and trying to keep me safe in the only way that they know how. In the only way that they've been programmed. Okay, shake out your hands, take a deep breath. All this resistance to asking for what I want. Who will they think I am? What if they think I'm greedy? What if they think I'm a bitch? What if they think I'm selfish? What if they judge me? What if this isn't an appropriate thing to ask for? If that's what they think, anyway. All these things that could go wrong. All of this back and forth happening in my brain. All of these old beliefs and stories that I've been taught about staying small and being quiet and being nice and appeasing other people. Such a good person, not asking for what I want. So nice. But I want what I want. But my wants, my desires, they might not be liked by other people. But that doesn't make me want it any less. All this old programming that tells me I shouldn't want for anything, that I should just be grateful for what I have. And I should be grateful for the way that things are. Well, I am grateful for what I have and the way things are. And there's something else I want. And that's great. Because I'm allowed to expand. I'm allowed to evolve. I'm allowed to have needs and desires. I'm allowed to have more than enough. But there's all this old programming that gets stirred up when I think about asking for it. I honor this fear and this old way of doing things. It's kept me safe in the past. But it's not who I want to be moving forward. I'm not here to shrink down and people please. I'm not here to bend my desires to what the patriarchy wants for me or doesn't want for me. I'm not here to dim down. I'm here to level up. My desires don't hurt anyone. They help me live a bigger life. with more expansion, more delight, more ease, more money. Who does that benefit? It benefits me. And by making my life better, by getting my needs met, I become a better person. Happier, healthier, wealthier, more generous, more able to contribute to society. And that benefits everyone. Anyone who wouldn't want me to get my needs met is simply coming from a place of fear. And when I think about other people meeting their own needs and speaking their truth and asking for what they want, I'm all for that. That's great. I'm going to celebrate that. And anyone who wouldn't celebrate that in my life, well, I need to rethink why that person's in my life to begin with. Letting go of any past programming that taught me it's not okay to ask for what I want. And giving myself permission to own my desires, my wants, and my needs, and ask for them to be met. Okay, shake out your hands. Take a deep breath. Tune back into your energy. Notice if anything has shifted or changed, if any memories, emotions, or thoughts have come up. And remember that you are worth it. You are worth it. Your desires, your needs, they are something that you're allowed to have. You're allowed to expand into. And anyone in your life who doesn't also believe that you're allowed to have needs and ask them to be met, or have desires and ask them to be met, might be worth questioning why that person is allowed in your life. You standing in your desires, in what you want, in your truth, that is a gift to all of us. And it gives us permission to stand in our own truth and ask for what we want and expand and evolve in ways that maybe we didn't think were possible for us, or acceptable for us, or allowed for us. So there's a lot of patriarchal conditioning that can keep us from speaking up, asking for what we want. And I hope this tapping session helped you move through some of that resistance and fear. As always, go back and tap again if you need to. Thank you so much for tapping with me today. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel for more tapping videos. And I will look forward to seeing you again in the next one.